guys, it's your boy Corey.
It's your boy John.
And welcome back to the Artistry Drop, where we feature stories from today's rising artists.
Yes, sir.
If you like being inspired, don't miss out on our weekly episodes, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification to be notified when we drop new episodes.
Let's go.
Guys, we're going to dive right in. Our guest today is a Filipino-American R&B artist, a native of Jamaica, Queens, and a graduate of LaGuardia Arts High School. Her artistry mirrors her unique and diverse background. Inspired by the likes of Kehlani and Erykah Badu, she weaves Satan's soft sonics into experience that just heard but deeply felt. Guys, please welcome back Shaina Rae. Guys, welcome back Shaina Rae. She's been here before. Excited to have you back on the show. Thank you so much,
second
Shaina.
time.
Yeah, for coming through.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we definitely love always having, previous guests back on the show. It's always awesome. Mm-hmm. We've had, maybe 3 or 4 guests come back on the show. Yeah.
It's always dope reconnecting with everyone back again. It's been like about a year since we last saw you. Yeah. So it's crazy to hear like how much people has progressed within just a year. So
has it been a year or is it a year and a half or something? Because if you guys remember our back, like this whole thing was black foam. It looked really shitty. So now we're back with a whole new setup.
Yeah, y'all got the intro.
We got the intro.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Literally, I was like, oh my God, that's new. Love that.
Yeah, so, we definitely, we out here right now, coming with some different stuff. So welcome back, Shaina. Thank you so much. And guys, before we do get into Shaina's story, we do got to get into the drink of the day.
All right, though. So the drink of the day is another Artistry Drop special. It's called the Artistry Passion. So it's tequila with passion fruit juice, some mango, and I actually mixed the puree with Hawaiian Sun powder to make it like a little bit sweeter. Then I just topped it off with some mint. It's honestly really simple, but it's bomb.
This is fun.
It looks good. I mean, we're going to try it.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh. That's definitely a different kind of cocktail. I haven't tried something like that before.
Yeah, mango passion fruit.
Yeah, it's definitely not as sweet.
Yeah, it's not as sweet.
It's definitely... But it hits. I know that's going to hit.
Oh, yeah. You're going to wake up
for sure. For sure.
It's my style.
Right. Guys, so we do have something different here on the Artistry Drop. We have talked and coordinated with Shaina about doing this idea for a little bit. So I'm super excited. So we're actually going to be doing a mukbang while we talk, to Shaina today. So we actually got some food from Kuya Lord. Hey. It's a Filipino restaurant here in LA. And definitely excited. I've heard good things about Kuya Lord, and it's kind of bougie. I'm not going to lie. This is some bougie Filipino food.
Right.
So I'm definitely excited to talk about or get into it and try it. Do you have anything, what have you heard about Kuya Lord?
At least from what I know, and have mutual friends with the chef, but I know that he is from Lucena City, Philippines, or in Quezon Province, which is so random because most people know of Quezon City in the Philippines, but people don't know about Quezon Province, Lucena City, which is where my family is from. So as soon as I found that out about the chef, I was like, oh shit, I gotta go try this because he has pancit chami, which is I guess authentic to Lucena City, and then the lechon just looked great. So
I'm sure it's hard to find that pancet too.
I have. This is the first time that I'm seeing it.
I've never seen thick noodles like this in pancit. Pancit is usually thin,
right?
Especially when it comes to pancit palabok. Pancit palabok is just a little bit thicker, but not like this. These are fat noodles. These are it reminds me of I think Chinese noodles or something like that.
Almost like a chow mein.
Yeah, chow mein or something like that. So I'm definitely excited to try this. Actually, I just remember, I think, do you know Tiana Coker? Yeah, so we had her on the show, and she actually was the one that recommended this to us.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we're like,
community.
Okay. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I think there's a connection because I know you guys know her as well.
Oh, so, for sure.
So we're definitely, let's dive in. I want to try this a little bit.
This is all of our first times.
Yeah, this is all our first time trying Kuya Lord, guys.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to try a little bit.
I got to do the lechon first.
Yeah.
Word. Oh my God. Yeah,
that shit looks bomb.
Got some ASMR, guys.
Yeah. The lechon is juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait. This is the first time we're eating on the podcast too.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever eaten on the podcast, guys.
Like this.
Right.
Because if you guys actually like this, maybe we'll do this more often. But big shout out to Shaina for giving us the idea, because we never thought about doing something like this. So
I was like, let's do something different.
Yeah.
This is almost like, honestly, like there are some of the food that kind of reminds me of Filipino breakfast, you know, which pretty much is eggs, spam, sausage.
This prime beef is fire.
That sausage is fire.
I know. I've never had sausage like this.
Sausage.
Like, I don't know if there's a casing.
Oh yeah, it's different.
Right?
It's almost like longanisa, but mixed with some other meat.
It's good.
That's fire.
Let me try that beef.
This rice though, what is this rice? Because normally it's like you're like a garlic Filipino rice, but it's yellow.
This is Java rice.
Java?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. We gotta ask the chef. Probably.
Do you know who the chef is, like personally?
I don't know him personally, but shout out Chef JR of Tatang, who actually put me on to Kuya Lord, who the chef's name is Chef Lord Maynard.
Wait, what is it? Chef Tang?
From Tatang, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, so is that what he goes by, or what's his name? Chef name?
Chef JR.
JR
is my friend.
I thought
from
you said
Tatang.
he was Chef Tang.
Oh my god. Chef Dad.
Yeah. No, this is fire. This is so you know, while we talk to Shaina, we're gonna just be eating, guys. So it's gonna be a mixture of ASMR, Filipino ASMR, and you know, a mixture of.
And I wanted something like with the drink. I wanted something like fruity to kind of
Filipino. Definitely compliments it.
You killed it.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure.
Next time I gotta make. You know, I was thinking about doing it, making a calamansi.
Oh, calamansi,
Yeah, that's gonna be my next.
I love calamansi.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, calamansi is pretty much like a lime, but it's like a Filipino lime. But it's really good. Like, it definitely hits different than like, you know, your typical lime. So I would love to see a drink with some calamansi in it.
Yeah, I've been looking at recipes, so it's gonna come soon.
Let's go.
So going back into you know, it's been a whole year since we last seen you, and living in LA, you know, in the fast-paced life, you know, so much happens, and it feels like you were just here like a couple months ago. You know, so what's new? Like, update us. What's been going on?
Life has been crazy. Well, one, I'm finally releasing music. So it's been like 4 years since, which I didn't even realize. I was like, oh my God, wait, 2019, I think.
Yeah.
So finally releasing music after like 4 years. Just been like crafting my sound. And then most recently, another one of my songs got placed in a movie called Asian Persuasion.
Oh, shit.
So it's making its like international premiere at the end of November.
Okay. Nice.
So literally just been grinding and making sure that my music is getting the platform that it deserves, especially after so long.
For sure.
And then, yeah, it's just been crazy.
Have you been like songwriting during the time that, you know, even though you're not releasing your own music, I bet you've been working with songwriting?
Yeah, definitely like still writing, still working on music. And then even like during this time, it's kind of crazy, but I've been working with other artists too and creative directing for them. So that's been really cool. And I didn't even know that was like something that I would be interested in. But I think because it works so well.
Right.
Just understanding like what looks good and how to make sure that your brand aligns with what you want to do and the music that you want to make. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope.
I definitely want to touch on it. You kind of already touched on it, but it's been about 4 years since you last released a song. It's a long ass time ago. It's been a long ass time since you actually released something, but I'm sure low key you've been putting in that work. And you're getting ready to obviously drop some new music like you mentioned. And it's probably going to be some of the best music you've ever dropped because, I mean, 4 years?
Yeah.
I know you're going hard. Going hard for sure. So kind of give us, like, what have you been doing, like, behind the scenes and to prep for, like, this new music release?
Yeah, so I think, honestly, since I've been learning creative direction, I've really been trying to make sure that whatever it is that I want to put out aligns with who I am, who my fans like believe that I am and what they believe in. And especially like the last time I released music, I think I was 20, Jesus Christ. I think I was like 24, 25.
Damn.
So that's just like a completely different person.
Right.
So I'm like literally just trying to figure out how do I materialize a grown woman or somebody who's growing into a grown woman, which is kind of what Out of Control is about, is like allowing somebody, submitting to somebody, allowing to somebody to take that control because you're so confident in yourself. But yeah, and then I think I mentioned in the last podcast episode that like during the pandemic I like delved into like YouTube, like vlogging and video editing. So literally just trying to make sure that the visuals make sense. Storyboarding. It's just been so much fun.
I'm definitely excited to see what you come up with, and of course the music. The song has been out there for a minute. We're gonna definitely get into that. But before we do, definitely want to say, you are from the East Coast, and like we talked about, you always repping for that NY, that New York.
Period.
Time has gone by a lot, and how has it been living here in LA now, especially like without your family? Because I feel like family is so important, and it's one of those things like if you don't have your family to out here, because even for me, we're both from Seattle, and both of our families are in Seattle. So it's definitely hard living in a place without your family, because your family is definitely your number one supporters.
Right.
So how has it been for you?
It's been tough, not gonna lie. Like, and people like you, Corey, when I sent you the song, you were like, oh my God, it's been out. Like, you've had this ready for a year. Why did it take so long? And honestly, like moving, I'm sure you guys can relate, but like moving cross country to a place where you have no family. Like I had family in San Diego, but then they got stationed in Georgia. No family. And then also like, I don't come from money. So then there's just all these other things that like come into play. Like I'm trying to figure out where I want to live in LA. Like everything's really expensive. And then you move into a city where the best of the best all live here. So then you're like, oh fuck, like I was maybe the best in New York City or Jamaica, Queens, but I come here and it's a bunch of like people who are all really fucking good. So how do I compare against that? And I think definitely like it took a toll on my mental health for a while.
For sure.
Where I was dealing with like major anxiety, depression, but like years of therapy really just kind of brought me to this place. So it is a combination of like wanting to craft my sound and making sure that the music that I put out is something that I'm proud of. But at the same time, it was trying to make sure that the budget's right, trying to make sure that my rent is paid first.
Facts.
Because marketing like for music is so expensive. And I think that's something that not a lot of people really talk about, or is kind of hush is that these major labels are putting hundreds and thousands of dollars to potentially break an artist. Just break them. But as an independent artist, like you're funding everything yourself. And I was trying to figure that out. Working in restaurants at first, serving, but now I feel like I'm in a much better place where I know how to leverage my resources.
That's
been
dope. Networking
a lot, especially with the Filipino community. They've been so like my mentors, my kuyas, my ate. Shout out to
Filipinos
y'all.
out here, for real.
It's been really, really awesome and really amazing. So, that is why it has taken it to answer your question. It's taken so long to release music, and also moving to LA has been really tough. And I feel like I'm finally in a place now where I'm like on my feet.
You're good. Honestly, I correlate with you because we definitely live in a city where it's a competition. It's a competition. No joke, LA is fake. There's a lot of fake people out here, so you just never know who you're gonna meet. That can lead you into a different situation. But I definitely agree with you. Like, so many people are after the bag. Like, we're all trying to work hard and grab that bag, right? It's just it is tough out here. I feel like everybody's competing against each other, so you're definitely trying to grind and trying to make everything work. But I'd say the good side of it is you find people. You find people, specific people that are willing to work with you. Those people turn into your friends. And I think that's all that matters. Honestly, like I said, it's a competition here. why waste your time? Of course, we want to compete against other people, but I feel like for me, it's definitely good finding other people that you can actually work with.
Right.
You work with great and do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, I would say don't push yourself, stress yourself, and, try to compete with other people. Find the people that work with you, match with you great, and then work on your stuff, and you guys are going to blow up as a team together. I think that's what matters the most to me. Yeah. Like I definitely don't want to stress myself and be like, I'm trying to be the best out here, but it's hard because it's such a fast paced and competitive city. It's not gonna work. Like literally, you have to be lucky enough and like meet a person from like Capitol Records or something to actually get you in, and that's so rare. It's so rare. Yeah. So even for us, like as like photographers and videographers and stuff like that, it's like, I'd rather find somebody that I can actually work well with, be friends, and, we just grind it out together because eventually that bag will come. Right. And I think that's...
everybody.
Yeah, for everybody. And I think that's most important.
Right.
So how do you feel about that too? Like, do you feel kind of the same way?
Completely agree. I think that's also why I've been able to, like, delve into the creative direction bag because, like, I'm talking to and meeting other artists who are like, yo, you're dope. Like, you seem to get your branding. Can you help me with mine? And I'm like, okay, what resources do you have that we can exchange and share with other people? And I think just like one thing that I've learned from RJ, actually, who executive produced Out of Control, was to be of service. Like, doesn't matter what it is that you do, like however you can be of service and be an asset to people, like that's gonna help you grow and expand way more than just being like, for example, artists are very I don't know how it is in you guys' world, but are very self-centered. And I don't mean that in an ego way. I just really mean like we have to protect our energy and we're really like focused on ourselves a lot. How do I look? How do I sound? Does this make sense? Is this portraying the right message? I guess a lot of people in LA are self-centered, like by like the literal meaning of the word.
For sure. Yeah, you kind of have to because your energy can be drained by like all these different people trying to not just use you but like work with you, and that might not be a path that you want to go in, but so you kind of have to like reflect and be like, okay, is this something I really want to do? So you have to be kind of like self-centered, like you said, and be wise on where you choose to spend the energy, because you could be taken in so many different routes, so many different ways, and then you end up losing yourself.
No, for real.
So yeah,
and that's why I definitely always say keep your circle small. Keep the circle small, especially out here in LA. Like, find the people you work well with. You guys are gonna keep going to the top together. That's all that matters, honestly.
That's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Dream team. So going into your music, I noticed you have a new single called Out of Control, like we mentioned, dropping on October 20th. Yes. By the time you guys see this, it'll already be out. But October 20th is actually my birthday. So I guess that's kind of my birthday present from you. So thank you.
Happy birthday.
Right. So I actually saw, you performed that as a live performance on MYX Tracks.
Mix,
the mix a year ago. Was there a reason why you waited so long to actually release the song?
Oh, that's a good question. Because I was, and things are always changing, but I was originally going to release the song last year. But life hit. Like my tita had passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So I actually went home for like a couple of months.
New York.
Went home to New York, navigating all of that. And it just really set me back, like mentally. And then also like having to come back to LA and then reacclimate. So I was like, okay, like I'd rather the music and the rollout make sense than me not put my best foot forward and it be half-assed. So I was like, okay, like let me wait and continue to gather my resources.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so we know you're working on like new music and things like that, but is it safe to say that song will be a part of an upcoming album or EP? Like, what do you have in store?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe?
She can't say anything.
Oh, damn.
I will say that more new music is definitely coming.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. a lot of people most likely have not heard the new single dropping, Out of Control, obviously, unless they've seen like the mix video and all that. And like John mentioned, it's dropping October 20th, his birthday, guys. So hey, wish this boy a happy birthday. And it'll be live on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you guys hear your music by the time this episode's drop. I definitely want to get into some of the lyrics because this song is definitely like, it's sexy, like it's that baby making music.
You would know.
So
he be making babies.
I be making babies out here, guys. I be making babies.
But to Michael Jackson. He's like, beat it.
That's facts. That's facts. But definitely, if you're down for it, I want to break down some of the, the lyrics. If you can break down some of the lyrics for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Start from the verse into the chorus.
Oh my god.
The first verse into the chorus.
She's on the spot right now.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. You want me to break it down for you? Okay.
Yeah, just a couple lyrics. Like, what do you feel most important to break down?
Hold on. Let me.
Because, like I said, guys, this is definitely a sexy song. Like,
it really is. Okay, so I guess like Jesus Christ. This is. Damn, it's pretty raunchy.
Hey, that's what we want.
Yeah, I mean,
Artistry drop is all about it.
Well, the first verse is, boy, I want to give you my all. Go deep inside. Can you hit them walls?
Damn.
You deep stroking, my eyes rolling like they lazy. Dive into me, I'm your ocean. Let's get wavy. So, yeah, that's just pretty.
Wait, can I first of all can I ask who helped you write this song?
Okay, so this was written during a writing camp, so I can't take all the credit. Shout out Ivory, shout out Jawan. So a lot of this was like I was talking to Ivory and Jawan during this camp, and I was like, I'm feeling like this beat is very sexy. Like I want it to be like real. Feeling myself, grown, sexy, shout out my man, like all of that. And so we came up with this, like, and I think my most favorite part too is like the pre-chorus where it's like, be my Basquiat, I'ma be your canvas. Cause I'm such a huge fan of Basquiat. And I think that's like a really cute, cool, like play on words. And also you could paint these walls like Van Gogh with the madness. Like I just really like visual artists too, and then the fact that Van Gogh went fucking crazy, so it's like I want you to feel like you're going crazy in these sheets.
Damn,
that's a good way to put it.
Break through them walls,
right?
You know, I was like, damn, I can see that.
No, like I said, guys, like the song is fire. Like she said, the song is a little raunchy, but hey, that shit be hidden. Like, go if you try to make a baby, use that song.
I guess I'm next.
Yeah, use that song and make a baby with it. There you go.
Need a baby next.
Put it in your bedroom playlist.
Yeah, so the last time we were here speaking about songwriting, you mentioned that you wrote for some big K-pop artists that you weren't able to name drop. Now that it's been a whole year, are you able to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Still cannot name drop
artists.
yeah. The crazy part is
it because of the NDA still?
But then also I will say when it comes to K-pop, which I'm noticing and I'm sure a lot of people in LA can notice because it's such an easy
like niche or genre.
Yeah, niche or genre to write to, because so many people do write to K-pop, is that you can write these songs and won't hear about it for like 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And that's because they're so specific.
So it hasn't dropped yet? Damn, okay. Wow. So that's why you can still talk about it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And also with K-pop, they have like these really intense rollouts where they like these artists won't do they'll have these things called comebacks. So they'll go on a hiatus for a while and then they have this like really like
big comeback.
Is it because like with the Koreans, like they have to do their service or for 2 years or something?
Oh, what? No,
yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
What?
Yeah. So supposedly, like with with like BTS, that's why right now they're on their hiatus because some of them have to go into the service or something like that for like 2 years. It's like it's an actual thing. Yeah, literally, like you have to do your service for 2 years. And I don't know if you remember Big Bang. Do you know Big Bang? So they're one of the OG K-pop groups, and they split up well, they didn't split up. They all had to do their service, and that's why they weren't around for like a couple years. And a lot of people, I think, forgot about them because of that reason.
Right.
I mean, BTS is so big. I highly doubt people are gonna forget about him.
Right.
But that's what happens in Korea. Like
That's
literally,
crazy.
like when you're from Korea, you have to actually put in 2-year service. So that's why some of these artists end up going on hiatus.
Maybe that's why they.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's when you reach a specific age. Like it's like when you reach 24, 25, you have to actually do your service.
Oh my god.
Or it's like.
I wonder, maybe that's why they have such long rollouts and hiatus.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible because it's crazy. Each one, like there's the different bandmates, they're all different ages. So it's like if one of them is like 20, I forget what age it is that you're supposed to do it, but let's say one is 25, like the band has to stop completely because like obviously
they can't break up.
Yeah, they can't break up, so yeah, I think that could be the reason.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I don't know. Comment below what y'all think
I know.
The reason
who
is.
some of your favorite like K-pop groups? Because right now like XG
is fire.
I don't know if you heard of XG yet.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I really like Blackpink.
Blackpink? Oh, yeah.
And I feel so
yeah.
basic saying that. Sorry.
I mean, same thing, like, people feel basic for saying BTS. Too.
Okay.
I mean, they're good.
Yeah, because obviously those are the ones that are just blowing up. You know, they're so well known. But, only reason I found out about XG was literally it pops up in playlists sometimes. And that's how you end up finding out about them. And after hearing one of their songs, like that's where I also became a fan. They're for sure gonna blow up eventually. You'll know their name for sure.
But they're doing like
have heard of
spin-offs of R&B.
Yeah.
Like 2000s, 90s R&B.
Yeah.
So
And they're singing in pretty much all English.
all English.
Yeah.
So they're like breaking the boundaries, I feel like.
They're fire.
Yeah.
They're doing something in Korea.
Right.
Definitely check them out. I think you'll definitely vibe with it.
Since it's been so long since, you've worked on these projects, was it hard to keep it a secret like till this day, or you just kind of like forget about it?
I honestly forgot about it. And I think like that's kind of what you have to do when you're like songwriting and working or even producing like for other artists. Like you just do it and then you set it and forget it. Whatever. If it places, dope. If it doesn't, whatever. Like I at least I have a song for myself or for somebody else that I could send to. So because if I think about it too much or I harp on it, then like it'll just be like way too energy draining.
Right.
For sure. The last time we had you on here, we were definitely talking a lot about being Filipino and working in the industry as a Filipino artist. This month is actually October is actually Filipino-American History Month, and I definitely feel talking about Filipinos in general, Filipino artists just keep popping out of nowhere. They're I just keep hearing new artists. Left and right and stuff like that. But I always got to ask this because I don't think I asked you previously. What do us Filipinos, because we're fucking talented, like you said, I always say this, Filipinos are fucking talented. How do we reach a bigger market? Because I feel like there's so many artists coming out that they're not being found.
That's a great question. I
Kind of
low-key wish I had some of my mentors. Shout out Lyle. Lyle, can you answer this question?
Let's get him on the phone.
Right.
Lifeline.
Let's get him on the line.
Filipino lifeline.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, I think it is going to take maybe some collaborations. Like, I think I mentioned this in the last podcast we had. Like, we have her... We have Sweetie, but they don't present as like Filipino. You automatically would think that they're black.
Right.
So like we definitely need an artist who is like presenting as Filipino, whatever that looks like, because there is no one like true looking Filipino. But I think it's just gonna take like either like some features. Collaborations with like some poppin' American artists, like I don't know, like Travis Scott or SZA. I don't know. That's just my take on it. But I think we're at a place now where there's so many executives and like vets in the music industry who are Filipino who have already made it, and so they're now like building the pathways for folks like myself who may not have had a voice like 10 years ago. So I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But all I do know is that I just need to continue focusing on my own stuff and making music with everybody.
Yeah.
While also still supporting and reposting and working with the Filipino community.
For sure. And that's one thing, you know, I know about you is you always repping for the Philippines. And that's how people are already going to know you as an artist, you're Filipino.
Yeah.
And that's what I you know, that's what I was mentioning is a lot of people don't, especially, you know, her. Like, I think the last thing I saw on her Instagram that people would probably know she's Filipino is she posted a video of her mom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, at her concert.
Right.
And I'm obviously you can tell she's like Filipino.
Right.
You can tell she's Filipino. So I think that's what a lot of people gotta do eventually is like come out if you're Filipino, come out.
Right.
Come out as Filipino because you're gonna have such a great following. Filipinos support Filipinos.
Major.
No matter what. Like whatever
Yeah.
you're doing, like us, we're photographers, videographers, and now we have a podcast. Like they know we're Filipino. Like I'm
Right.
Filipino at least.
Yeah.
They're always gonna support.
They think I'm Filipino.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
think he's
we're
Filipino.
cousins.
Yeah. It's cousins. Yeah. No, but literally, like once they know you're Filipino, they're like, "Oh my God, he's Filipino."
Right.
Like blah blah blah. It's like they support you immediately,
For real.
and that's just how it is.
The community is strong.
Community
Yeah.
is strong, so that's why you know with you always repping hard for it, they're always gonna support you.
Word.
Yes.
You know.
There
Mahal
was,
kita.
Right, mahal kita. SoCal Filipinos, they like reposted me once, and overnight I got like 200 new followers. I'm like, shout out y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the community really be popping off.
Yeah,
they
for
do.
sure. Yeah, we actually just had our last guest. I guess they're friends with the person that owns SoCal Filipinos.
Really?
Yeah, he came on and saying they've been helping a lot.
Yeah.
So we might have to get that owner.
I
here
know.
on.
Yeah.
That's gonna be big.
Yeah.
That'd be big.
That'd be big, you know.
That's
So
crazy.
you know, hopefully that'll also help the podcast pop off. So
Right.
hey,
Sure.
Filipinos, let's all go. Let's fucking support each other. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. You know, one thing you definitely stand by, and I would say I think you're passionate about is working alongside with other women in the music industry. Can you kind of touch on why this is definitely important, and also you're going to be hosting another mixer event for female engineers and producers. Like, can you definitely let other women know about this?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's safe to say that like the music industry and maybe any industry is just very like male dominated. So it's always hard for me to like walk into rooms or studios and feel safe, which is why I've been like this year especially been trying to find spaces where I feel empowered, like surrounded by other women or non-binary people. And so I actually have found myself working with, I don't know if you guys know Simone Torres. So she's actually a Grammy nominated engineer and vocal producer.
Okay.
So she's
Nice.
worked with like Chloe Bailey, Becky G. And I've been working with her on a lot of her creative direction, and also we'll be hosting a mixer later this year called Soundtrack Mixers.
Nice.
And that's going to be a networking event for like female engineers, female producers, vocal producers, just women in the tech side of the music industry, to just network with each other. We'll have industry vets, and then we'll also have some folks who are just interested in getting into the profession itself. Which I feel is super important because you see a lot of men making videos about how to engineer or how to vocal produce, but you don't really see a lot of women. It's a very small community. For sure. And I think now, especially that social media is so powerful, we can really utilize that to just calling all women, calling all women in music with TikTok and Instagram. Like, we really need to build our community up, and I think the age of women knocking each other down is so over. We really want to see women supporting each other and lifting each other up, and not pinning ourselves against each other. So yeah, I'm really excited.
That's dope.
Can you give them more information on like where this event will take place and everything?
It is gonna be at Just for the Record, which is a recording studio out in the Valley. But we have yet to announce the flyer and all of the details. But when it's out, I'll send it over to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
And then everyone can RSVP.
Yeah. Ladies,
let's
you
go.
heard it. If
Yeah.
you're a producer, engineer, hey, women empowerment.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. So definitely check it out. there's, you know, like you said, there's going to be women from everywhere coming together, helping each other and do their thing. So I'm definitely excited to, you know, see women empowerment come together. You know, let's go.
Because women are popping off right now. You know? Yeah, and you know, the last time you were here, you know, you mentioned that Kehlani was one of your biggest inspirations when it came to your music. And now that you're really like honed into your sound, you know, is that still true to this day, or do you have different inspirations now?
I think it evolved,
right,
but it's still like to the core, still very Kehlani, still very Erykah Badu. And I think for a while, like I've been navigating towards like Doja Cat or SZA as some inspirations, but it always for me narrows down to Kehlani because she's so fucking dope and very authentic and true to herself, for sure. Which I fuck with. So,
with the women in R&B right now is killing it, you know.
For sure.
You know, Kehlani, SZA, Summer Walker, her, Kiana Lede, Snow Allegra, and you know, so many more.
Playlist.
You know, right? And then you got like the flip side, you know, like Sexy Red, Ice Spice. Like, what is your take on like, you know, female artists right now?
Shit, I'm here for all of it.
All of it? Okay.
Ice Spice, yes. I love New York. All my artists from New York.
Yes, sir.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, like artists like Lil Kim and Foxy back then were just always seen as almost like I don't know the word, but they were very raunchy. So it was such a specific niche.
Right, it was.
So now it's like everything is so genre bending and everything comes together. And women have more of a voice that maybe they weren't accepted or able to talk about back then that men have been talking about for so long.
Right.
So I'm here for it. I'm here for all the conversations.
Hell yeah. Women empowerment. You guys killing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go.
You know, one thing I definitely want to mention is I know I think you were working with like CJ, Tiana, all them. You know, it's dope seeing you guys like come together and work with each other. CJ just dropped a new song as well. I think it was $1 Million Baby. That shit's fire. You're about to drop Out of Control. That shit is fire. Everybody's dropping fire right now. And this is all in the Filipino community, guys. So I'm telling you, like, these Filipino women out here are on the come up.
You gotta watch out for them.
Watch out for them. I'm telling you, they're gonna be on the rise. So.
Yeah, we're gonna look back at this like 4 years from now, and we're gonna be like, damn.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when we had you guys on?
I think we gotta get all you on at the same time.
Let's do it.
Because I know you guys all work together too. So I think it would be really cool to just have you all here like at the same time talking. CJ's actually coming here next month.
Fire.
So, you know, we've already had Tiana. So, I mean, you guys all coming together. And
we'll have a songwriting session.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go.
Right here while we're doing the podcast. That'd be fucking fire, you know. And I, like I said, I'm excited to see where you're going as well. Because last time you were here, it was like the music wasn't dropping, and now it's finally coming.
Yeah, there's a date.
Yes, there's a date, guys.
There's a cover art.
Yes, there's cover art, and there's a little video you posted on Instagram, I think, yesterday, too. Yeah. So, hey, guys, definitely check out Shaina Out of Control, dropping October 20th. Shit is fire. Shit's a banger. Shit is sexy. So, hey, that's that baby making music, guys. I'm telling you. Go check it out. Anyway, Shaina, we are coming to the end of the podcast. Thank you so much again for coming through.
Thank you, guys.
Always love having you come on the show.
Yes, sir.
You know, whenever you want to come back on, let's do it.
Thank you.
You're always welcome. Every artist that comes here is always welcome.
Yes,
you guys are awesome.
Hey, thank you.
And thank you for the virgin drink.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely appreciate it, Shaina. And like you said, October 20th, mark those calendars, guys.
Yes, sir.
But anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, it's Artistry Drop. If you're not following us on Instagram, you can find us at the Artistry Drop. And if you prefer just listening, you can stream all our episodes on all major podcast platforms. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.